Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play The Outer Worlds, where we are here in our room, our dining room, ready to find out who murdered Halcyon Helen. So let's go ahead. What is this one? Oh, these are just people who have been killed. Gotcha. Alright. This board is covered with a loose collection of photographs and papers. Examine the board more closely. Something is rotten. Let's find the truth. Examine our suspects. Alright, let's look up Bertie Holcomb. Black Hole Bertie Holcomb, the Holmeister, the hack attack. Bertie was dating Helen at the time of her death. Could the hot-headed hacker be a cold-blooded killer? Examine the broken tossball stick. A ruined picnic at the Purpleberry Orchard. A tossball stick snapped in half. Were they arguing? Did Bertie lose control of his temper? Consider the other suspects. Don't think it was Bertie. I think he probably snapped it himself when she dumped him. Don't think he murdered her, though. Spencer Woolrich. Spencer Woolrich, the supporting actor to the colony's leading woman, was Halcyon Helen's old rival responsible for sending her into retirement. Oh, was Halcyon Helen's old rival responsible for okay, I see what's saying there. Examine a shot of the hotel's security footage. You discovered incriminating footage of the hotel kitchen while Chef Anwar looks away. Spencer Woolrich can be seen tampering with Helen's food. Examine the invoice. A standard record of special requests made by the hotel guests, including, in this list, a curious request for a Terra Ray gland on behalf of Mr. Spencer Woolrich. The request was fulfilled. Okay, other suspects. Burbage 3001. Burbage 3001, the most sophisticated acting automechanical since Burbage 3000. If an automechanical lacks sentience, can they truly be guilty of murder? Or is Burbage 3001 merely an accessory? As prop gun. Repurposed weaponry is a common feature of the colony's automechanicals. As an acting automechanical, Burbage 3001's equipment may frequently be upgraded or replaced to suit its roles. You learned that Burbage 3001's most recent upgrade was performed by Spencer Woolrich. Consider other suspects. Prophet of Profitability. Jasmine Leva, the Prophet of Profitability. Her seminars are on wealth, prosperity, and the alignment of one's humors attract wealthy Byzantines to Eridanos. Does the heart of a vicious killer lurk beneath her spiritual veneer? Seminar brochures. What prevents you from unlocking your true potential? Natural talent? Mental faculties? Crippling anxiety? No, says Jasmine. Your humors must be realigned with the profitable currents. It is difficult to imagine why Helen might have held the prophet in contempt. Examine personal notes. The prophet of profitability deploys a curious bouquet of herbs in her therapy sessions. These herbs run the gamut from bizarre to the exotic. They all share one quality. Their side effects are highly unpleasant and potentially fatal. Okay. Alright, Kincannon. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight's Underground's boss, proprietor of the Grand Colonial Hotel and Pariah Spaceport, Administrator Ludovico's old rival, killer of Halcyon Helen? No. Look at mascot. The mascot for the Rizzo's Rangers tossball team. He was in your room searching through Helen's belongings. Did Black Hole Bertie really send him? Why was he so terrified? We don't know. We don't know anything. Something is rotten, yeah. List of victims. There's a killer loose on Eridanos. Halcyon Helen. Ruth Bellamy, universally known by her role as Halcyon Helen, Princess of Periodicals, and Duchess of Dramaturgy. Helen was killed in the Grand Colonial Hotel ballroom. examine Dr. Blossom. Dr. Leora Blossom, head of research at the RR&DD labs, located in the Purpleberry Orchards. Dr. Blossom's lab was under attack by her own technicians. During the chaos, an unknown assailant murdered her. You listened to her final moments over an intercom. And Constable Keene. Constable Maria Keene, killed at her desk. The nature of her wounds is familiar to you. Take a step back. Consider the Eridanos atmospheric complex. After Helen's murder, authorities placed a lockdown on all incoming and departing spacecraft. You are, as far as you know, the only exception. Look at the Prophet's retreat. Jasmine, the Prophet of Profitability, holds a retreat in the Wilderness Exploration Reserve, not far from the hotel. Wealthy patrons are encouraged to enjoy the hotel's amenities when they are not busy purging themselves of harmful, unprofitable humors gathering inside their anatomy. The spaceport. The business end of Sublight Underground. Something of a misnomer, as Sublight Underground's operations are about as high above ground as any location in Halcyon. The orchards. The Purpleberry Orchards are responsible for growing and cultivating the Rizzo's proprietary purpleberry, an essential ingredient in the majority of Rizzo's confection. Rizzo's workers seem uncomfortably happy all the time. And their labs. The Rizzo's RR&DD labs, formerly operated by Dr. Leora Blossom. Helen's trail led you to the RR&DD lab, but when you arrived, something had driven its lab technicians to a violent frenzy. Step back. Consider additional evidence. Loose ends, critical clues, or red saltuna. Look at the model needle gun. This is an exact replica of the Needler, Helen's signature weapon. You discovered traces of chemicals in Helen's upturned luggage. Someone removed the Needler from her belongings. Look at the bottle of Spectrum Brown. Spectrum Brown, Rizzo's newest flavor of Spectrum vodka, or a disaster waiting to happen. At the bottom of each bottle lies the corpse of a parasitic life form, guaranteed to enhance flavor and improve your mood. Take a step back. Okay. That didn't help us at all. I'm not gonna lie. So, it had to be somebody who had access to the Needler, I feel like. So, which of these suspects would not even know about the Needler? I think it'd just be the Prophet. The Prophet is not the killer. The mascot was murdered by the killer. But it could be somebody who just bought another helm, right? But I don't think it's the mascot. Kincannon definitely had the means to kill her, but the motive to kill her wasn't there. That leaves these three. So, Woolrich knew about the Needler. But it didn't seem like he wanted her dead. Right? He could have easily poisoned her in another way to kill her. Right? Like if he wanted to kill her, he could have put a lethal poison in her food. So I believe he did not kill her. The automechanical that he reprogrammed could have killed her, but he would not have been able to do what happened here to Dr. Blossom. Right? I don't think the mechanicals can get through those vents and stuff as swiftly as he would have been able to do. Plus, Blossom recognized them. I guess she could have recognized him too. I don't think it was him. That leaves Birdie. don't think Birdie could have done it either. Like, if Birdie wanted to kill her, I imagine Birdie probably wouldn't have even used a gun. He probably would just, like, hit her on the head with a toss ball thing. And I don't think he'd have the brains to cover it up the way it's been covered up. I don't know. Let's see what happens when we tell Ludovico we're ready.
Inspector?
I know who killed her.
I've been waiting for this. Tell me, Inspector, who killed Halcyon Helen?
I'm gonna go with my gut. You did.
I beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen?
I've interviewed everyone else. You're the most likely culprit.
I knew hiring you was a mistake. I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results, Inspector. And if you can't withstand the pressure, then I expect you to resign. We're done. Your services are no longer necessary.
You sound pretty defensive, Ludovico. Got something to hide.
I'm defensive, Inspector, because I'm under attack. I am assaulted by your perfidious and baseless accusations. You're convinced I murdered Halcyon Helen. Fine. Show me some evidence.
This is tough. Like, I don't have any evidence for this, but I don't have... All the evidence does not point... None of the evidence I have points to any of the murderers. Or any of the suspects as being murderers, unless I'm missing something. I don't need proof. My instincts haven't led me wrong before.
If you have no proof, then you have no case. And I have no further use for you. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now.
Oh shit, don't let me get in their way. No, what you need is a less obvious trap. How dumb do you think I am? I'll be right over.
Now, Inspector. Damn it, someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
So, guys, should we help him out, or,
Whoever the real killer is. I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico. We need to catch up to him. Fast.
I guess, if we have to. Getting kind of tired of kicking my heels up in the penthouse all day.
All right. I got nothing going on.
We should definitely go. As for helping him, maybe we take the wait-and-see approach?
From the depths of Terra 2 to the heights of Eridanos, there's no mess that your SAM unit can't unstick, unclog, or unsully.
Thanks, Sam.
Think of this as an opportunity to teach Mr. Ludovico the importance of compassion.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, well, it probably wasn't Ludovico, unless he is trapping us.
What floor would you...
Lobby, please.
To the
Yeah, same group. Yeah, but we also pretty much... This also kind of confirms it was none of the people we were investigating, either. None of them have motive to go after Ludovico. This is corporate... Somebody who wants to see Rizzo's destroyed. It was nothing to do with Halcyon Helen. Which is something we speculated before. That this is somebody who has a vendetta against Rizzo's, not Halcyon Helen. Okay, the distillery is this way. Actually, we can fast travel there, can we? No, we cannot. Okay. Let's go. Let's go save Ludovico. But yeah, I mean... I don't know. I don't know how we could have accused anybody else. He seemed like the person who had the most access in this entire place. Ooh, wait a minute. What if it's Dr. Zhao? I don't think we've stumbled upon her anywhere, right? And she would have a vendetta against them, right? They dismissed her. And potentially, you know, she's working for, you know, these guys. Does it feel good? Okay.
This place looks like one of my more colorful hangovers.
Have we not been here before? I could have sworn we've been here before. No, we haven't. Ah, well. Now we're here. Okay, wants us to go through this door here. We probably should have come over here before we investigated, huh? Or before we, you know, accused him. Oh, that was a bad miss. Okay, let's keep moving. Here we go. In we go. Let's see if we can get to Ludovico before he is killed. Probably not. Yeah, but maybe it is Zhao. She was the only other person that had clearance in that place besides Ludovico. Interesting. Okay. Halcyon Helen. That was another guess. Said she wasn't dead.
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders?
Could we take a step back and not blow up any buildings while I'm still in them? I saw this coming a mile away. I did guess this at one point. But I didn't know how they were going to pull it off. I guess they're going to tell us, though. No, that's a fair question. You want to explain how you're still alive? Yeah, explain.
Brace yourself, Inspector. You're about to learn the biggest secret in the Vaporwave industry. Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
What?
Are you serious? Halcyon Helen's got a twin sister? I mean, yeah, it's obvious. You know, if you think about it.
No, it's not.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business.
Obviously.
Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
So he did murder her. I was right. Use me to pin this murder on someone else. I don't like being used, Lou. I got a name for him, huh? Feigned shock. Administrator Ludovico? A murderer and a coward? Why, I never.
Call me a murderer all you like, Inspector, but I'm no coward. I bloodied my hands to save this colony.
So we were right.
I'd do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms.
They're parasites.
They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host. A bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again.
And then Ray can tell you profit for yourself. Helen, you were right. He deserves to die. Yeah, that's how I feel. Should we try and argue with him, though? I've seen the way the infected behave. He must know that, too. No, Helen, you're right. He deserves to die.
Wait, hear me out. I'm not the only one with blood on my hands. I tried to defend Halcyon's future. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
It's true.
No one I crossed off was innocent.
That was Xeno Labs. You killed Dr. Blossom.
Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement.
You're not wrong.
Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy.
I know you killed the Rangers mascot.
The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes.
I found him rummaging through your things. I'm pretty sure he wasn't working for the administrator.
He was a Rizzo's employee. He belonged to Ludovico's horrible little family of grinning idiots. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that slackwit of a mascot. They were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them.
You killed Constable Keene? She was on your side.
She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. But in the end, I was the faster shot.
I've heard enough.
You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness.
Wow.
Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon. We can make that happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, buddy. I'm helping you, Helen, but once we're out of here, I expect answers. Wait, Helen, I still have more questions. Helen, I'm with you. Ludovico's out of his mind. Yeah, that's true, but I'm helping you, Helen. But once we get out of here, I expect answers.
It's a deal.
Sounds good to me. Let's get out of here.
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Not so fast. I've sealed the bulkhead doors. You're staying right where you are. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some remarkably powerful explosives. Your death should be instantaneous. Goodbye, Inspector. Helen, we won't meet again.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way out. Follow me and stay close.
Let's move. Alright, let's do this. Pull out the big gun. Wait, what about the loot?
Head through that door. There's another way out.
Ah! Ah, I'm on fire. Oh, God. I can't get...
I've opened that door.
Oh, thank you. How'd you get over there? What the hell? Kind of trap is this? Okay, which way do we go? Over here? Gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. Hello. Oh!
Nice work, Inspector.
Well, thank you.
We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. He's probably gone into hiding, so we're going to root him out.
What's the plan?
This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. Most of them won't even know they're carrying a parasite inside of them. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Boundless energy, insufferable joy, an almost saccharine attitude of optimism. Then just like that, parasites bursting out of their bodies. Fat and wriggling with vital energy.
Yep, I've seen. I'm glad I didn't eat anything at the hotel. So, do you want me to kill everyone, or...
Good law, no. I don't want you to go around murdering innocent...
Oh.
You know, I may not be the best person to give you advice on this topic. Meet me at the penthouse suite. We need to find a way to clean these parasites out of Eridanos.
Hold on. I have questions.
Not here. In private, back at the penthouse. Also, I rather like the ambiance there. See you soon, Inspector.
Okay, so how did nobody else know that there was a twin? How did Birdie not know? I guess he's not the brightest bulb in the box, but... Interesting. Very interesting. I'm liking where this is headed. Okay. I don't really know why we're going to the penthouse if we want privacy, though, to be honest. I mean, it's probably bugged. Although I hope my guys have, taken care of that. You have anything to say about this?
I call the big bad.
No.
Anyone wants to challenge me, we can play a hand of cards.
Hello, Helen?
It's strange. When you walk through that door, I half expected to see Belinda.
Why?
Belinda and I practically shared a life. Losing her feels like losing a limb. She's conspicuous by her absence.
Yeah, Helen. People die. It's what they do. Can we get to the point? That's so... I'm sorry. This must be difficult for you.
I appreciate the sympathy, Inspector. Thank you. I'll appreciate your help even more. We shut down Ludovico's distillation plant, but he's not going to sit idly by. If he can't use Spectrum Brown to infect the colony, he'll resort to some kind of backup plan. I stole this formula from Dr. Blossom, a failed prototype of Spectrum Brown. Look at this. The prototype had the opposite effect, and actually made you immune to the parasites.
Hmm. Read the formula, and also slightly depressed instead of incredibly happy.
This is Halcyon. Everyone's already miserable. A little more despair isn't going to make a difference. We're going to need 2 ingredients. A sample of essence of Sprat, and 1 intact pod of parasite eggs. Cedric's warehouse in the Perea spaceport almost certainly carries a batch of Sprat essence. As for the pod, I'd check the Wilderness Reserve if I were you.
Oh, you mean Sprat nucleons. They are commonly used in medical experiments.
I'm glad one of us is an expert. Most of what I know is based on Dr. Blossom's notes. Here's what I understand. Sprats have an adaptive immune system. They don't suffer from the diseases and parasites they carry. It's one reason why you'll see them in every corner of the colony. Dr. Blossom experimented with Sprats and accidentally discovered a way to become immune to the parasites. That's probably when she decided to switch to human testing.
Makes sense. I should be able to synthesize an effective anti-parasitic.
You're a scientist and an inspector? You really are full of surprises.
I'm amazing.
I borrowed a centrifuge from the research lab. Use the ingredients to synthesize an anti-parasitic.
Easy enough.
I'm glad I could count on your expertise. Once you're finished, head to the pilot house. We'll hijack the control system and disperse the cure into the atmosphere. That should kill off most of the parasites.
Good. Not so fast. Let me borrow your needler. No, she needs it. To protect herself. Cedric's going to want a piece of Ludovico. I can recruit his help.
I like the way you think, Inspector. We could use another ally. I know Cedric. There's nothing he wants more than a chance to eliminate Ludovico. We could use him on our side. Best of luck, Inspector. I'm counting on you.
I like your style, murdering anybody you want in the name of revenge. You killed innocent people. Do you really think I'd be okay with that? I mean, the only one I'm really concerned about is the constable. All right, the mascot. I mean, I prefer not to have killed him, but I didn't really know him. That sounds pretty cold, but it is what it is. I wanted to ask you about Belinda.
I'm not accustomed to talking about Belinda, but I'm also not accustomed to the kind of sympathy you showed me earlier. So I'll make an exception for you. Belinda and I shared the role of Helen, but she was also the only person who knew the real me. To the rest of the colony, I'm Halcyon Helen, but to my sister, I was just Ruth. I could be myself around Belinda, and she could be herself around me. She was my only sister, but she was also my only friend.
People know you. People know you're Ruth Bellamy. Was it hard for Belinda to keep herself a secret? Nobody else knew you had a twin sister?
Parents, naturally. An agent, a couple of directors. None of them had any reason to reveal the truth. To them, Helen was a brand. Revealing our secret meant damaging that brand. Damaging that brand meant losing money. Nobody in this colony wants to lose money. Belinda and I saw Helen as an act of theatric sleight of hand. We enjoyed the deception, the challenge. We wanted to see how far we could go.
I'd say you went pretty far. You two became Halcyon's best paid stars.
And if I hadn't underestimated Ludovico, you and I probably wouldn't be talking about Belinda in the past tense. We wouldn't be talking about her at all.
Yep, I wouldn't even be here.
Should have been me in that ballroom. Belinda died because I was careless. Never mind that. If you've got something else to ask me, now's the time.
Was it hard for Belinda to keep herself hidden like that?
No. Belinda enjoyed the secrecy. She could slip into the role of Halcyon Helen, attend social events on my behalf, perform a few stunts, deliver a few lines. And then, when she grew tired of all the people and all the attention, all she had to do was slip out of the role and be my sister again. She was the secret twin. She had a comfortable life in the shadows, an easier life. I made sure of that.
If I were you, I'd want revenge too.
What I want is my sister back, but I'll settle for killing Ludovico.
That's all I wanted to know.
I'm glad I could satisfy your curiosity.
You killed innocent people. Did you really think I'd be okay with that?
Yes, Inspector. I did. Leora Blossom and Maria Keene were on Ludovico's side. They chose to stand between me and my sister's killer. I had to cross them off.
What exactly happened between you and Keene?
Would you believe me if I said I gave the constable a chance? I spoke to her in her office. I told her everything. Belinda, Ludovico, the parasites, all of it. Maria said I was guilty of corporate sabotage, and that she had a duty to report me. She told me how sorry she was, and I told her the same thing. And then I shot her. Maria was defending my sister's killer. If someone murdered one of your crew in cold blood, what would you do?
I never really needed a reason to go on a murderous rampage. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I would have made them pay.
So you do understand. Was there anything else?
Although typically when I have a disagreement with somebody, they just attack me and I can kill them with a clean conscience because I'm the player character and I can't do anything terrible. Too terrible anyway. Birdie was carrying this data pad. I think it's yours.
Yes, this is mine. I'd kept notes on everything I suspected. Everything I'd discovered. It's all here. All in code. Belinda and we had a secret way of communicating. Words and phrases that had a special meaning to us. Numbers and dates that were only important to the two of us. Only 2 people in the universe knew that language.
Here, take it.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
What exactly happened on the night of the murder?
You don't know how many times I relived this moment in my mind. I discovered what Ludovico was up to when I toured the orchards. I threatened to expose his plan. Ludovico decided to eliminate me. He programmed Burbage 3001 to fire on his command and disabled the security cameras in the ballroom. Only, he didn't know about Belinda. I'm sure he thought it was my skull he caved in with a bottle of Spectrum Brown. Burbage covered his blow with the plasma shot, and then Ludovico wiped his memory.
Sloppy work. I would have just dumped her over the edge of the complex. Yeah. Then he hired me to pin the murder on someone else.
I don't think he expected you to be so competent. In the end, hiring you may have been his undoing.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I went after Leora Blossom, and you were just one step behind me. I programmed an automech to steal some explosives from Cedric, but you weren't far behind. You were always hot on my heels, one step behind and catching up. I realized I'd have to throw in with you or eliminate you.
You probably made the right choice, yeah. You would have lost that fight.
I like your confidence. Take that with you when you hunt down Ludovico.
Tell me the whole story.
It's a long story, Inspector.
I've got... what? Yep, I've got time. Reach for a cigarette, then you'd best get started.
It was supposed to be just another marketing job. Rizzo's wanted Halcyon Helen to be the face of Spectrum Brown. Some hideous concoction served with a dead parasite. All we had to do was spend a few weeks on Eridanos. Shake some hands, sign a few autographs, drink a bottle of Spectrum Brown in front of a camera, and try to smile. Belinda didn't want to go. But I wanted a change of scenery. In any case, we couldn't possibly say no.
You make it sound like you didn't have a choice.
Belinda and I are Halcyon Helen. Halcyon Helen is a creative property owned by whatever company sponsors our latest picture. Rizzo's financed the majority of Terror on Monarch, which means they currently own 51% of Halcyon Helen. We were required by law to take the job.
And here I was hoping one thing in this colony wasn't bought and paid for.
Beware of hope. It's a dangerous emotion and will disappoint you in the end. Belinda and I arrived on Eridanos and played our usual game of trading places. We were practically flawless. Even Ludovico didn't know about us. Belinda was unhappy for the first few days, but then she met Bertie Holcomb. Bertie treated her like a human being and not just an Aetherwave icon. They were just about perfect.
So why'd they break up? Yeah, I met the guy. He really did care about her.
Bertie had a temper, and that worried me. But in the end, he was a decent enough fellow. Bertie wasn't the person I should have kept an eye on. It was Ludovico. I had a feeling Ludovico was hiding something. Belinda stayed busy socializing with the celebrities around the complex. That gave me some time to do a little digging.
So you made your way to the orchards and left me my first clue.
The Purpleberry Orchards was the heart of Ludovico's operations. I knew I'd find some answers in the R&D lab.
Hey, it's the RR&DD lab.
The test subjects, the parasites. Spectrum Brown was never safe to drink. Those harmless dead parasites at the bottom of every bottle. They were just dormant. They would have sold out in a month. This colony loves novelty. To lead up any new product we toss their way. A new cereal, a new Spectrum flavor. Ludovico knows that. From Emerald Vale to Byzantium. A parasite in every brain and a grin on every face. Every last one of us trapped behind a mask of joy. That's what Ludovico wants.
Ludovico realized what you were up to. He thought you'd expose his plans. Yeah, I won't let that happen.
I can't do this without your help. I tried doing this on my own once, and look what happened. I was careless. I was risking Belinda's life every step of the way, and I never even realized.
say nothing.
My regrets are my own to bear. But for what it's worth, thank you. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, me saying don't blame yourself. She's gonna blame herself anyway. Goodbye. Okay. Well then, we have
Do you think it's strange that I kinda miss Ada?
Not at all. I also miss Ada.
What floor would you like?
Lobby, please.
To the lobby.
Who are we gonna take with us? I kind of like this crew we got. Yoka and Felix. So we have some stops to make. Sorry I suspected you, Bellhop.
Finally checked in. I should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered sh. You ever need anything?
We haven't actually talked to him yet. We'll maybe talk to him later. Well, at least not everybody's trying to kill us. That's kind of strange. I feel like it's a mistake on Ludovico's part to let us just wander freely. Let's go to the spaceport. Like, I think it's a big mistake that he's just letting us wander freely. Not that he'd be able to stop us, but he could try. Alright, Cedric. We need your help, buddy. My man. Frenzied host? Ah. You gotta aim this thing, lob it in. Ah! You got a lot of health. Oh, Jesus. What are you doing, buddy? Get out of here. Just want to be my friend. Okay, so looks like the parasites are going. Is another one? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, they're all over the place, huh? Is he in here? No. Well, yeah, at least the receptionist isn't here. And neither is he. Okay. Does make sense. Can we get in the back here? We can. What's he got back here? Anything neat? A bathroom? Nothing. Nothing I want anyway. I was hoping there'd be something nice back there, but there wasn't. Okay, so he ran into the factory down here. Or whatever it is. The storage. So we're gonna have another fight on our hands first. Alright, let's get in here. What are you... Oh.
Law, how'd you get in here alive? You are alive, yeah? And not one of them? No, you look clean. Good. You'd better get inside with the others.
Yep, you hold the fort, buddy. Cedric. In case you haven't noticed, things are going wrong.
Inspector, you made it. Well done. I'm afraid you may find the spaceport is, at the moment, less hospitable than usual. My apologies.
It's not your fault.
Regardless, you must have some purpose here. Do tell.
What happened here?
Whew. Whatever it was, it happened quickly. Like a wave sweeping across the shore. We were overrun. Survivors are still trickling in. We've put out a call to slug agents not at the docks to keep their distance. With the warehouse's stores, Slug could hold out here for weeks, easily. Possibly months.
Ludovico's behind everything. Will you help me take him down?
Oh, my. You mean Lou was up to no good this whole time?
Sure, it was. It gets worse. He wants to infect all the colony with slugs.
It's an ambitious plan, I'll give him that. But tell me, why should I help you, Inspector?
Architect's balls, because I'm the Sprat fucking inspector, damn it. You're joking.
I am. Forgive me. Humor as a coping mechanism in tense situations. You understand. You can expect Slug support. I'll arrange for my agents to meet you at the distillation station.
Good. Much appreciated. Tell them to bring their best weapons and any personal issues they'd like to work out through violence.
I'll do that. I think one of our checkpoint guards is going through a divorce.
Perfect.
As thrilled as I am to assist you in taking down Lou, we have barricaded ourselves in here for a reason. I imagine you have a plan for getting out of the spaceport safely?
I'm gonna kill everything in my way. Took out some of the infected on my way in. Should be safer now. I'm going to disperse an anti-parasitic. It's almost ready.
Are you really? Inspector, you are a marvel. Excellent work. I'll admit, I'm awfully fond of my agents. To see them restored will be a great weight off my soul. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, that antiseptic I mentioned, I need Essence of Sprat for it. I'm going to avoid telling anybody Helen is alive. See what that does, if anything, to the story.
Coincidentally enough, Slug can supply you with Essence of Sprat.
Excellent.
Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. You remember her?
I do.
There's a package on the desk in her office. You'll find the Essence of Sprat you need in there.
Who ordered the Essence of Sprat anyway?
Oh, I wouldn't like to say. A customer-supplier confidentiality and all that. Now then, is there anything else I can do for you while you're here?
Nope, that's all. I bet he knows that Helen had a twin. He seems like the kind of smug guy who would know that. Hey, Ellie, you doing all right?
Hey, Inspector, you're alive. That's terrific.
I like you. I'm glad you're alive too. I need the Essence of Sprat. Do you have any in storage?
You need what? Why?
It's for an antiseptic I'm working on.
No kidding. I should have known you'd be on top of things.
Yep.
That must be what's on my desk. We just got it in. Couldn't find it on any of our shipping orders, and none of us could figure out what in law's name it was. You're welcome to it. Just so you know, it's got a bit of a weird smell.
Yeah, it's... How are you holding up?
I can't complain. Still slug-free. That is, I'm still Slug, obviously, but I haven't been slugged.
I understand.
You know what I mean.
Yep. Stay safe.
You too, Inspector.
Okay, there's my Essence of Sprat.
I knew I smelled Sprat in here.
You got a good nose, Nyoka. Alright, we gotta go collect an egg pod now. Stay safe, Cedric. Can we fast travel from in here? Oh, gotta level you up. Boop. There you go. Regional. And we need to go... Oh, I know where it's gonna be. Oh, can't fast travel from this location. Okay. That makes sense. You stay safe, buddy. Lock the door behind me. Manta pillar examined. Look at that thing. Okay, now we can travel, right? No? Okay, well, let's just run out then. I'm surprised we never had to go into the restricted section back there. I would have thought that maybe if we, I don't know, did this differently, maybe if we accused Cedric, we would have had to do something. Like he would have been back there, or I don't know. We would have had to get the Sprat from in the back. I don't know. But we need to go... I'm gonna guess it's in the caves. I'm gonna just take a guess. That's in that cave we cleared out. The Holy Caves. I guess we could have talked to the Prophet too, but she's a bit cuckoo. And if it is in the caves, which it is, we could have easily seen it as we were coming through here the first time. Which is what, you know, that's the reason why we came straight here instead of investigating. Because we knew it. We knew it was here. Everything's all cleared out for me. That's always nice. With all these bones. There you are. Alright. Next stop. Where are we going now? Synthesize the antiparasitic. Do you have to go to the lab for that? I bet that's where we have to go. Oh, no. I don't know where we have to go. We have to get out of here. That's for sure. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to finish this in this episode. I'm wondering if maybe I should cut this one short just so we have the conclusion in its own episode. We'll see. Maybe we'll synthesize the parasitic and then we'll call it an episode. And then next episode we'll be taking on Ludovico. And cleaning up everything. Yeah, I think that's how we'll... Oh, I don't want to aggro anybody. I don't want any trouble. I just want to fast travel. Oh, damn it, we're near hostels. Well... Get out of my face. Ah! Nyoka, you guys are in my way. Got him. That is the last of them. Alright. Back to the penthouse. Yep, right over here. Okay. Centrifuge. This centrifuge was stolen from the Rizzo's RR and DD labs. Pour in the essence of sprat and parasitic eggs, or examine the centrifuge. You see a small label stuck against the side of the device. The label reads, Rizzo's Laboratory Centrifuge. No training required. All Rizzo's laboratory equipment has been designed for use by the unschooled worker. Insert ingredients, push button, and watch it go. Rizzo's proprietary technology, so easy, a Spacer's Choice worker could use it. Dexterity/perception. Peel back the label. You see another smaller label under that one. It reads, Discontinued model, Spacer's Choice proprietary technology. Pour in the essence of sprat and parasite eggs. The essence of sprat smells vaguely like the rest and go on the Groundbreaker, or possibly the Cantina in Edgewater. It's difficult to place, but your eyes water all the same. The parasite eggs sink into the concoction, sizzling. You activate the centrifuge. The device does its work without any additional input from you. A swirl of bright colors entertains your eyes, and a few moments later, you hear a bright chime. Leave it on. Okay. So now, disperse the cure. You developed an effective anti-parasitic. Head to Phaeton, the autonomous digital astrogator located in the pilot house, and disperse the anti-parasitic into the atmosphere. Okie dokie. Let's go and do that.
What floor would you...
There we go. Got that elevator music here. Nobody's dangerous around here yet. That's good. So the pilot house should be straight across, right? That's where we found the mascot murdered. And I imagine we're probably going to have some people to kill there. So we're actually going to end the episode here, guys. In the next episode, we're going to disperse the cure, which is up there. And then I imagine after that, we'll be headed to the distillation station, where we will kill or capture or dispose of in some way Ludovico. And that will probably be the end of the DLC. So unless something crazy happens, next episode should be the last episode of the Eridanos DLC. It should be pretty exciting. I have enjoyed it, even though now that we're at the level we're at, loot and the combat has been pretty trivialized and not important. But the story's been interesting. I've really liked the investigation and the design of this planet. But we'll talk more about that at the end of the DLC. Until the next episode, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.